asked you here.
Welcome back to the Ninja Show, everybody. This is Ninja.
Yeah.
People are going to get that confused for that video game nerd.
I mean, that's not a bad thing if it gets you more clicks and shit.
Well, he just got $50 million for moving his show over to another streaming service.
Oh, it's even better. That means I'll be the only ninja out there on the YouTube.
Yeah. Can I borrow $1?
Yeah. I guess. I mean, it might have been used for other things.
I didn't think about that. If I put hashtag ninja on this video,
Right.
people may mistakenly click on it.
100%. I'm just a marketing genius.
You are.
Plus, what are they going to say? Are they going to literally be like, we're going to side with this white guy who's named Ninja or the Asian who has 23andMe results that show him 3% Japanese? So
That's what's up. 3%.
that's enough to claim it.
Yeah. Put that thing right up in your face.
That's enough to claim it.
There it is. Everybody wants to hear your voice.
Copy
Let's get
that.
it popping. Ready?
All right.
We're in, everybody. Welcome back to the Safety Meeting Podcast, video version and audio. Just want to thank all the audio people at home for listening still. Appreciate that. Welcome all of the new YouTube folks. Today's guest, Mr. Andrew Ninja James. Thanks for being here, Andrew.
Thank you for having me, Isaac.
And right off the top, I just want to give a special shout out to whoever it is in Spain that's watching and listening to the show. Please send us an email. We can't figure out who you are because we have friends in England. We have friends in France.
Send it.
But we ain't got no friends in Spain. So who are you? Please call it out. Send me in a DM on Instagram or send me an email at Isaac@Brickyard Media Group. Let us know who you are. We're going to send you some stuff. We got new stickers coming in. That's the first round of merch. We got some shirts coming in soon. But let's get it popping. Ninja,
Yes, sir.
how the hell are you, bud?
I'm doing all right,
Yeah?
Just finished up with the festivities of having my son's birthday right around the holidays. So
Yeah.
that followed up right by Christmas. So, things are good. Life is good. And, I'm broke.
The old January broke.
You know it. That's how it
Yep.
always goes down.
So Ninja and I met on the set of, tell me if I'm wrong, American Horror Story Hotel.
That is absolutely correct. I believe it was day 2.
Promo edition, not the show.
Exactly. Promos.
Because if you work on TV, there's something wrong with you.
You know what? I've been asked, I've been offered, I've done a little bit of day playing, and it's just not the world for me.
Nope.
And if you actually watch, too, the turnaround of it, even ADs to PAs, from season, even just one complete season, you might have 3 different second ADs, and that's just because they burnt out.
Yep.
Or, their staff PAs, I watch them drop like flies, and
Yep.
then before you know it, they're asking you to be it, and it's like, you know what?
God bless you
not
if you
the
work
grind.
on television in the AD department, but
Love you guys, but still.
we can't do it. We're out here making these promos and these Super Bowl commercials, and
That's
yeah,
right, we
that's
are.
bragging right there. I'm just not even going to deny it. We work on fun stuff.
That we do.
Last week, I made a slam on the other fellas because one of them does corporate videos, and the other one makes movies for Netflix. And I was like, pow, 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 pow. So I got a little high on my horse. I should dial down the ego a little bit, but all this power of the cameras and the new show and everything is just going to my head. Speaking of going to your head, Ninja smoked a joint on his way to the studio this morning.
That
so
I did.
he
I
might be-
figured come in here hot and ready to go.
Yeah.
Or at least just hot and.
Let's
not
call
ready
up the
to go.
socials. Hot and ready.
Exactly. Let's make it
Where
happen.
can we find you?
So I'm at AJ Joker.
Yep.
That's pretty much Instagram and anywhere else. I guess you'd find me in the world. Mostly just Insta. I'm not really too big on social media.
Sure you are. You're a social media influencer.
I mean, everybody knows me back when I was Caucasian playing video games, especially Fortnite. But my true
Wait, that was your name? Was Caucasian?
it was Caucasian. He had a Caucasian ninja.
Was it Caucasian Ninja or just Caucasian?
It was just Caucasian,
You were Caucasian?
of course.
Seriously?
I had a
You were
handle
ranked and
Caucasian.
everything.
Well, actually, my rankings go back to my old handles. So I was like Killa and Hydro back in the day for the original Rainbow Six on the PC.
Wait a minute.
I
Did you
was
play in
actually
any tournaments for?
So I played in the MXL League, XL League, stuff like that, but nothing recent. That was all during high school. By the way, I'm 36, so that dates me back to playing video games since the 80s and 90s. But yeah, I played. My brother and I both played.
Is there a new Caucasian? Am I thinking of somebody
You
different?
might be thinking of somebody else.
Okay. Or am I thinking of some
Keep making
Hitman
funny
movie from the
jokes.
90s? Wow, riveting stuff.
I know.
Wait, there's a movie where one of the guys in the gang is called Caucasian, right? It's like, is it Speed or Snatch or something? One of those?
I don't know, but Snatch was a good movie.
Snatch was a great
Fucking
movie.
Pikeys.
What we've been doing recently is a lot of contest stuff.
Really?
Like, do you prefer this or that? The main one being, I'm going to start doing this with everybody. The main one being In-N-Out or Five Guys. What's your favorite burger spot?
Oh man, that's probably Five Guys, to be honest. If I'm gonna have to say, yeah, Five Guys, and that's just from being exposed to it on the East Coast before I guess I went to In-N-Out.
Mm-hmm.
At least the fries at Five Guys are better. Burgers, it depends on what I'm going for, to be honest, though. If I want one of those crazy, like, put all the shit on it kind of burgers, I'm going to Five Guys where they just grease it up, make it kind of just nasty.
Yes, dude.
Yes. And I know I can get it. I get, what is that, animal style when I do go to In-N-Out, but it's not the same. It's not that heavy grease. Just you
can't get
guts.
A1 and like Chilean lettuce.
That's what I'm saying, exactly.
it's
Fucking
like,
spiced up to hell, and you just comes in its fucking brown bag.
I think In-N-Out should change its name though to like In and Stay There for 2 hours.
That's true.
That was a bad joke, but like
I get what you're sending.
it takes forever, dude.
It does. Didn't we stand there in the freezing cold one fucking time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. We thought that it would be smarter than going through the drive-thru. We're like, oh, just go to the window. But
Was that you?
yeah, that was us. We were standing there cold as fuck.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was
Out
bad.
in North Hollywood.
Yeah, we still waited like an hour and change just standing there. Because they still take all the orders from the dudes in the line, so
That's
we might
right.
as well just stay in the warm car.
That's right. I had a theory going for a while that for as many employees as they have in the kitchen, they have 10 more that are just in their cars filling up the line to make it look busy all the time.
Oh, I get it. That
Yeah.
whole the line at Disneyland. It's a long one. Everybody's gonna stand in it.
Yeah.
Then again, though, by this point, I know that was just a joke, but now I'm getting into the ninja logical crazy thing that happens.
Go for it. That's what I want.
That's where I just saw it as they're at a point where marketing-wise, that would just be a waste of money because their name has already built themselves up enough where the line was actually there. Maybe they started that way by putting people and injecting people there. It's like, okay, this drive-through line is pretty long. But not at this point, it's self-sustaining.
I don't know.
Self-sustaining.
I think I've never seen an In-N-Out that didn't
Singularity
have
AI.
a ridiculous line, so I can't claim that if the line gets short, they would put people in the line because I've never seen the line low. And maybe they never let it get low.
There's always a line. It's ridiculous. Even when I was in Arizona.
But have you ever had to wait at all at a Five Guys?
No. No.
Right?
I have not.
So
No.
which one's faster?
Five Guys, definitely.
Five Guys
100%.
is faster, but don't you feel like they spend a little extra time making your burger? And you know what? If maybe it feels like less time because they give you those free peanuts.
That's true, too.
You're sitting there working on those peanuts.
And you get to stand there and watch them. Usually you can see them. Yeah,
it's like the
usually,
Subway of burgers.
Yeah, you watch the dude slinging the 2 patties for you. Just slaying them out there. Now I'm getting not just high and hungry.
What kind of blend you got there?
So this was just a hybrid house blend. So I just grabbed a couple pre-rolls the other night because I'm attempting to slow down. You want any?
Oh, no, I'm all set.
Okay.
I'm working.
Yeah.
Plus, I can't have 2 episodes in a row where I get high because then people are like, oh, the safety meeting's about guys getting around and smoking weed together. I'm like, technically.
Did they say it exactly like that as well?
Yes, with the lisp and everything. They just, seriously, you guys, are you just guys just smoking some weeds? Plus, Jeremy comes back from wherever the hell Jeremy's at tomorrow.
Got it.
Not that he can't see this on the internet and clearly tell that we're smoking in his studio, but
It's all green screen, Jeremy. We're actually at Universal.
that's right.
There you go.
We rented a $5,000 a day stage. Speaking of Universal, when's the last time you went to Universal?
For leisure or for work?
Both. Let's start with work.
I was just there for the NBC Mondo job that happens in December. Worked with actually on the same unit as Jeremy.
Yep.
I was doing the talent stuff.
Shout out Jeremy Robinson, executive
Jeremy
producer,
Robinson.
BMG.
That's right, baby.
I've had a ton of ADs on this show, but just for S&Gs,
That would be shits and giggles.
That's right.
That would be
Trying to clean
shits
it
and
up so I
giggles.
can put it on the under 18 category on YouTube. But
Well, I'm from Jersey, so I'm sorry about that.
yeah, ain't no fucking way that's happening.
yeah,
Shout
I'm
out
holding
to
it back.
Jacqueline Marfuji from Jersey,
Jersey girl.
episode 34. So,
Nice.
I get sidetracked so easily. Sundays, it's hard to podcast on a Sunday.
I mean, it's hard for me to do anything any day.
Let's how would you define being an AD? What would you say your job description is and your role, and how'd you fall into it?
So I would just say, as an AD, your job is to be a leader on set. And when we talk about being a leader, I mean in regards of not being the boss and just yelling at people, but actually being there to answer any questions that come your way.
Are you looking right down the barrel?
Safety.
Are you looking right at the
You
camera?
damn right I am. I'm fucking smoked up here.
Oh, buddy.
I'm just PSAing it over here.
This is awesome.
Straight to camera.
Straight to S to C.
But
STC.
yeah, you're in charge there of people's safety, the schedule, production's money. You're supposed to understand the director's vision, therefore by helping with it any which way you can. So yeah, it's just being about being a leader. At least that's the way I see it. And the way I came into it was I saw two departments always working, and everybody's always working, but I've always noticed ADs were always busy,
Yep.
and art department was always doing something. And so I kind of played around with both departments as ADPA and an RPA.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned into the books were closed in the art department, and everybody's like, the DGA's a guild, so they're not closing any books on you. So I kind of just pushed that direction and fell into it that way. And it's almost like any other project I've ever done too, like like in science class back in high school or something like that. There's always a kid who took charge and pretty much did everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was usually me.
Yeah.
So when I see like a set and just see this as like a problem or a challenge or just as something to attack, creatively, I just kind of let the whole entire ADD, ADHD go as crazy as possible. What all the teachers in school used to say was a bad thing.
Right.
I fucking make a killing using that
Yeah.
bad thing.
Isn't that funny? Like, they're like, oh, you're never going to be able to get a job. You're never going to be able, like, your personality and the way that your brain works, you're fucked.
Yep, that's pretty much.
And
how
then
they
we're
put
like,
it.
okay, cool.
It's like, how much do they make again a day? 'Cause I know what I
Yeah.
fucking make. So yeah.
Shout out teachers. I got a boo-boo. You said something interesting during that little rant, which was it's a guild, and I know it's a guild, but until this moment have never really thought about the ramifications of why it's a guild and what makes it better than the other unions.
Yeah, where they can't close their books because it's not like a union set up in that regard.
But they sure do make it hard AF to get in.
They do. I mean, I understand the basis for that, where like, for commercial world, it's 600 eligible PA days.
Mm-hmm.
And then what is it, like 400 second AD days or something?
Their
like that?
definition of eligible is retarded. I got to switch this chair out because I'm sitting like 4 inches.
I see. You just keep slinking on down
Yeah,
there.
it's not fun.
But yeah, they have very strict criteria. Like a music video would not count. A photo still shoot will not count. You can
Videos
tell.
count. You just got to get paid on a time card. Let me say that again on the mic, actually. Oh.
Well, usually they don't because they consider it's not considered what do you call it, a covered category by the DGA.
It's usually kicked because of the payroll on a time card, on an invoice instead of a time card. I've had some accepted before.
Okay, that might have been oversights because I could literally show
Photo
you my
shoots
books
damn
and
sure
they
don't count.
Shredded mine up.
Dude,
Get
the fact that they kick photo shoots is the bane of my existence.
We deal with talent. We deal with
I'm talking to the microphone.
Yeah, we do. We deal with talent. We
Right.
deal with people moving. You know what I mean? Moving parts. Sometimes we have actual video units on our set anyway.
Right. So you're going to tell me that after running the photo departments for HBO, Showtime, FX, Fox, NBC, ABC, CBS for years,
Yep.
and interacting with every cast member on every single show, and second ADing, first ADing, all of those things, that I can't be an eligible member of your guild because why? It's still principal talent management.
Yep.
We're going to go way down like an AD rabbit hole right here if we let this go too far, and people are going to be like, what the fuck? There's 5 people in the world who care about what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, I know.
And we know them.
I was about to say we know them all.
And none of them watch the show. So let's talk about, you were
Good
born,
times.
where were you born?
So I was born in Seoul, South Korea.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were born in Jersey.
No, I grew up in Jersey after being adopted from Seoul, but yeah, I came out here. I mean, put up for adoption by my birth parents about 1 month old.
Yep.
So yeah, then I was adopted.
Did they sell you? Did they make some money off you?
You know, I mean, I hope they did. You know, I mean, that would be the smart thing. But I mean,
Are they like balling out on a boat?
I mean, here I am now. So they probably made the wrong choice because I would have been probably groomed somewhere else. Being one of those hitmen in the movies.
Okay, so
Ninja Assassin. It would have turned out that way if they had done it right.
Let's get to the Ninja Assassin part first, and then we'll figure out whether or not you would have been one wherever you ended up. So, parents were in Korea. South Korea. Good part.
I was born in the capital.
And they sold you to the Americans.
Pretty much.
Are your parents white?
Yeah, they are.
Sick.
My dad's a wasp, and my
Sick.
mom's
Like I'm all about like
those,
white people.
Yeah,
So stupid.
That better stay in the edit, sir.
I think I got a contact high.
Yeah, I mean it's coming your way, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to use my little. I got a note earlier today that says all the videos make the studio look cold because we always have our jackets on.
Well, I'm not wearing a jacket.
Right, so here we are. No jackets. Steve Ruiz,
I'm
special
not cold.
shout out, no jackets. So you come over here, you land in Jersey. Do you stay in Jersey the whole time?
Better part, most of my life. I'd say I stayed there, till about 19.
Mm-hmm.
And then from 19, I kind of floated around from Florida to New York. Where else was I? Pennsylvania at times. I just kind of bounced around from different areas. And stuff
For
like
work?
Yeah. You can kind of put it that way.
Do you want to talk about that at all?
We can kind of touch a little
It's
things
going on the
here and
internet
there.
forever, so.
Yeah,
Let's talk about school. How was school for you? Middle school, elementary school? Like, are there any fond memories or things that shaped your personality? Like, how did ADD affect being in middle school and high school?
So I was the kid who was bouncing off the walls all the time. The area I also grew up in was very, it was pretty racist.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, I don't know. I'm not throwing any ethnicities out there, but
The Italians don't like the Koreans?
I mean, some people are just taught certain ways. It wasn't everybody, but
Right.
some kids were.
East Coast is a different place, folks.
Yeah.
It's a different place.
And so I trained martial arts as a little kid because my parents thought it would help discipline me because I was actually an angry, rageful child at home, but I held it together out in public.
Do you think the rage comes from the adoption?
I think partly genetic, partly comes from some part of the adoption too.
You think mom and dad were rage fiends?
I think that they probably had the Korean blood in them. I mean, if you look up,
Do you think most Koreans have a little rage thing going on?
I mean, there's a stereotype that says we do, that we're the most emotional of the East Asians and like that
Really?
area. And it's kind of true when you think about most of my adopted friends who grew up in white families too. We all had the fucking rage.
So you found other people in your peer group that were similarly adopted?
Yeah, so because we were all adopted through Holt International, they had a Korean camp for adoptees back in the day. So
Are you serious?
So I think it was like 10,
They
11.
put you all in a camp?
Yeah, and you just learn culture and
Wow.
well, you learn a bunch of stuff and it's pretty fun for that, but I just remember most of us guys just fighting. We all knew martial arts because we're all Asian kids that decided to learn on our own.
But like skill set fighting, not like, hey, don't look at me, pal. And then,
kind of, yeah. I mean, sometimes there's beef just because somebody's trying to be an asshole, and then next thing you know, you guys are fighting on. Literally, I was ramming a canoe into another kid, and jumping onto his canoe and fighting him on there.
You were beating a kid with a canoe?
Yeah, I mean, I rammed his canoe, jumped onto his canoe, and then I beat him up on his canoe, and then we became friends afterwards. So it was one of those things. But a lot of times the guys, we would just go out in the woods and fight just to see who was better. And
Now
just
that's a
train
movie.
up.
Korean camp kids at
fun.
night sneaking out
We
to
just
battle each other. Let's write it. You heard it here first, folks. Korean
That's right,
camp
guys.
coming 2022 to Netflix. That would be an awesome movie.
Yeah, but we all had to rage. That's all I'm saying.
Did you find yourself working together in any kind of organizational situation with any of your camp friends? Do you get what I'm hinting at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them, they were a bit older than us. They kind of already were like screwing around out in streets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you made friends with them. You showed that you're smart. You showed that you could fight. And, you know, then you would go out there and kind of get hired, do stuff and hang out and just chill. And, you know, I can honestly say most things I've ever done in my life when it's come to any kind of fighting, when it comes to, you know, nothing, I'm not talking about any kind of like ring or this and that, but like streets, it was usually because it's for not just for myself, but like, you know, standing up for people or having to do it for reasons. Right. So it wasn't like, you know, I was out there picking fights like, you know, dudes get drunk, go to a bar and they're just trying to start a fight. I mean, a guy on the other end who's like, oh, great, got to do it for my friend or you know.
Right, because you don't drink.
No, I don't drink at all.
You never drank your whole life.
I tried.
You don't like it.
But genetically, I actually get really sick. So I get like alcohol poisoning right away because I just don't break down the alcohol.
So I used to make fun of people for saying that because technically everybody's allergic to alcohol. That's why you get drunk.
But there's genetics involved there.
Yeah.
Where it's if you don't have the genes to break down, what is it, the acetaldehyde portion of the alcohol, and I think it's the second part of the metabolic process of alcohol being broken down. I don't make enough of that enzyme, so it's essentially a person will drink, deplete that enzyme, now they have alcohol poisoning, and maybe that's like 20 beers in for somebody.
Right.
For me, it's like a sip of beer depletes my enzyme if I even make that much.
Really?
And then I'm fucking.
I could have sworn we've had a drink together before.
And I've like I could probably take a shot, but it's like throat starts closing up a little bit.
Ooh, yeah, no, don't do that.
It's hard to swallow.
Wow.
I remember trying to eat and being like, wow, what the fuck? But yeah.
Interesting.
And yeah, so but there's a lot of Asians that can drink or they do anyway, and then they get that beet red face and their head's just pounding. I'm like, I don't like it. And they say Koreans go hard. I think there's statistics I saw on like something shared on Facebook about like, you know, average drinks consumed per like country, and I think
really?
Korea was up there.
Huh.
Yeah, by like a certain whatever age bracket. It's gnarly.
Interesting. So we're going to breeze through middle school, high school, camp times, and then let's just say that you were gainfully employed for a number of years post high school. Did you go to college?
I did a little bit of college.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
So I got into Princeton, and I was going for astrophysics.
Princeton, astrophysics. That's what's up. Shout out everybody that works at FX.
But
just keep that in mind the next time you're talking to Ninja. Astrophysics.
But
do you have a degree in astrophysics? No, I didn't think so.
But I'm going to say I did drop out.
Oh, he's a dropout. You can talk to him however you want to.
Exactly.
Astrophysics. So let's say that there's a period of time, we'll call them the college years, right?
Yeah,
and then
a couple.
There was a decision at some point to move to California, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, that happened after, like I said, I dropped out of fucking college and then went to, like, you know, this county college, that county college. Sometimes it was mandated for me to go to school at certain times. So I just bounced around here and there. Main focus, like I said, was like, you know, astrophysics. I was doing computer science stuff too, mathematics. It was just one of those things that I always did. Like I always had computers as a child. My dad was an electrical engineer.
Right. That kind of stuff just comes easy to you.
Yeah. So that's kind of where my brain always has been. It's just been mathematical, logical. Likes to run through lists and numbers. I actually have preference to certain numbers, emotional responses to them. Like I enjoy multiples of 5, especially when it comes to volumes, stuff like that.
Do you see colors or experience emotions when you hear or see a different number?
Probably emotions.
Really?
Yeah, like when I'm setting a TV volume and it's like 20. Like 2020 is a great year.
Yeah,
you're the fucking ninja because it's a multiple of 5. You got repeating 20s, which are both multiples of 5 broken down separately. There's like a 10 times the 2 factor in there. You know, you got those.
Do you know Scripty Hannah? Hannah Driscoll?
I believe so.
What's up,
Hannah?
Hannah?
I have worked with her.
She sees numbers and letters in color and has an emotional response.
Oh, nice.
Episode 14 or 15, guys, if you want to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play you a clip from that. She goes, "Oh, your name is pretty." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "It's like got blues and greens in it." You're like, "What?" You're like, every letter has a different.
Yeah, see, I don't see colors like that, but that sounds fucking interesting.
But if
I can visualize how that works, though.
Right. Especially if you have an emotional response to different numbers.
Yeah.
It could be along that same path. There's a big, long name for it, like this long, like super hypo duper, super duper wando chondriac or something like that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
There's an official name for people who have
Nice.
things with that stuff. Sorry, Hannah, I'm butchering this.
I met a couple other people that have the same response, and like we agree on the fives, multiples of 5.
Jacoby Johnson, you know Jacoby.
Yep.
He always sees 5s.
Yeah,
Every time he looks at the clock, it's
five's the
5:55.
best.
Shout out Jacoby. Shout out chewing ice on camera.
Nice. Sipping water.
Well, this is going fast, so we got to get you to California and talk about your film career because this is a Hollywood program, bro.
Yeah, so I came out in November of 2011 to work kind of as like an office PA/intern.
You had a connection? You already knew somebody?
Yeah, for a PM with Mana Media.
PM stands for production manager.
Yeah, production manager. So it was Nike
Why
photo
I guessed.
stills mostly.
I know that. I don't. Wait. This is gonna play later. Did you just say Nike photo stills?
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, I know. It comes full circle.
Yeah, stay tuned, folks. There's a part of this story that gets weird after a while. Basically, Ninja works for Nike a lot now. So I'm just learning that. To hear that Ninja started working for Nike, that's fascinating. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That thing was, there's been a lot of things that I guess were serendipitous and a lot of things that have lined up correctly. I mean, like, in my life as in very fortunate. And Nike's one of them. But yeah, so I started with the Nike 2012 London Summer Olympic campaign. So like it was multiple shoots going on all the time. I was just driving around doing runs. Or
Here in LA, you didn't have to go to London?
No. I stayed local. So it was all in LA.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to travel too, but
it's coming, dude. They're going to put you on a flight soon.
That'd be cool, man.
I'd be surprised if you don't get 4 or 5 stamps this year.
I hope, man.
Shout out Nike. I don't work for you anymore.
I'm out there working as hard as I can. So
Nike's been over any other brand. I've been blacklisted from Nike the most.
Really?
Yeah, which is a whopping 2 times. I don't get blacklisted from a lot of companies, but I have been blacklisted from Nike twice.
Man, Nike.
Justifiably, I don't think so. It's a dispute, but whatever. So 2012 is when you came out here, did a little Nike stuff. When did you break in with the FX folks? It's got to be shortly after that because I think Hotel was 2014.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It was.
I'm gonna look it up. I don't normally pull my phone out, but I'm gonna look.
Well, I know it was season 4 promos, right? I think it was the Freak Show year. Season 4
was when you got in with them.
Yep, that was my first job. Was the Freak Show promos? My first effects job that I can remember was with them, and that was Freak Show promos. Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's look at the IMDb here. Oh, Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, that was the year, or whatever year that is.
Are they on season 9? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know, it's gnarly.
Did you do season 9 promos up north at the lake?
Yeah, I was with I ran the graphics unit up there as the first AD.
Shout out to all of our FX homies.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what 2011 to present. So if you were there 2012, 2013, season 2 would be 2014. So I would have gotten in 2016 or 15. I don't know.
Yeah.
You've been around for a long time.
Yeah, I was out there working those jobs for a hot minute, so they're pretty fun.
The 6th season, subtitled Roanoke, takes place in North Carolina. What's up? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't work on that either, so I don't really care. Cool. So that brings you to you're working for Nike, working for FX, your PA and your second AD and your seconding.
Yeah, working my way up.
And then 2014, 2015, 16, you start first ADing. A little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe later.
Yeah, I started, I was picking at some jobs here and there, so I'd get like movies here and there, sometimes shorts, music videos, a couple commercials. So yeah, I kind of had like, just some smaller gigs though. I mean, I wasn't getting like, some huge rate, but what I was getting was experience. So
sure,
I attacked them best I could and just like, help me realize how long, usually if it's going to be a steady cam, shot, how long it's going to take to rebalance it once they throw this new lens on. So it's just gave me a nice experience and helped me figure out too, this shot usually takes this long if the actors get the lines, and how complicated are the lines. Okay, let's pad a little bit of time here.
Yeah.
So it just really builds experience. And I think that's also part of being a leader too. Try to accrue as much experience always and apply that new experience immediately into every job and just in life. And that way you just can do a better job and just be more successful at whatever you do.
And for the folks at home, the interesting thing about being a first AD on a film set is no one's financially compensated to be motivated by your instruction. So in other words, nobody works for you.
Yeah.
Like you report to the producing staff and the directing staff, and you work pretty closely with the director of photography, but when you go and ask a crew member for something, they don't have to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You just have to be a polite gentleman and go, hey, man, I please have this. And they have every right to be like, nah, dude, I don't care. I'm not going to do what you say. So it's a strategically interesting job to try and win people over and get people to do what you need them to do. And one of the guys who got me my start, Monty Greenlee, shout out Monty. I hope you're still in Arizona. I haven't talked to you in forever. He taught me lead like a coach.
Okay.
So sometimes on days where, and I heard something else on a documentary with if the team isn't performing, if the team isn't performing, is it the team's fault or is it the coach's fault? Are they being led the right way? So on a multi-day shoot when I don't feel like the crew is doing, I went through this on Jumanji, when they're not performing the way I want them to perform, I wear a whistle to remind me that I need to lead them better.
Okay, that's what's up.
And then people are like, why are you wearing a whistle, man? You gonna blow that in here? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not. It's just for me. It's not for you.
Oh, man. That's fucking awesome, by the way, the whistle. That's fucking great.
I got it because working outside on football fields and stuff, I can't yell that loud. So it'll be one whistle for rolling and two whistles for cut.
Oh, so yeah, you also use it practically out
do.
there. That's important too if you're using it for the right reason.
One thing I absolutely won't use no matter where we are is a bullhorn.
Yeah. I usually just do the cup mouth thing. And
I do love Voice of God, though. Voice of God is when you have a microphone, guys, and then they put up a couple of 18-inch speakers for you, which is what kind of influenced me to start my comedy career because I have so much mic time at work.
So you just got to stand up there and say something.
Yeah, now I got to find the funny parts.
Nice.
So it just occurred to me, too, that 2015 was the year that we shot that spec here.
Yeah.
For the deodorant commercial, and Ninja was my fight coordinator and my stunt man, and I'm gonna pull that clip up and put it in right here.
Oh man!
And we're back. Hobbies. What are we doing? Or do we want to talk about Steven?
Yeah, we can talk about Steven.
So Steven came along in 2016.
Yep, that's correct. At the end of it, December 23rd.
So not only is Ninja an actual ninja, but he's breeding more ninjas.
Yeah, he's ready to fight. He likes to do spin moves. I have a 3-year-old son.
There you go, right at the beginning.
Steven, and he likes to pretend to be ninja. He'll spin around and do ninja poses and stuff like that, like you'd see in Dragon Ball Z kind of stuff.
Right.
And yeah, he'll attack you. He's got a mean hit. He punch gets me good in the face.
Right.
Yeah.
Does he know that people call Daddy Ninja?
He kind of does somewhat, but like a lot of times I'll say, "Am I ninja?" And he'll say, "No, I'm ninja."
Oh,
yeah, he's great.
Should we start calling him number 2?
Yeah, I told him he's Ninja 2.0. He's the upgraded version, so he's gonna come at you harder, and it's gonna be bad news.
Upgraded ninja.
So yeah, I just gotta start training him up. He actually likes when I hold the little focus mitts and he'll punch him.
What style do you want to teach him?
Probably Muay Thai, stand up, and then just wanted him to learn some wrestling, like American style, wrestling.
Like WWE?
Well, not WWE, but more like what you'd watch in the Olympics.
Oh, real wrestling.
Freestyle.
Right.
Yeah, I learned that stuff, and I used to do that when I was
But you should throw some WWF and WWE in there anyway for fun.
Yeah, I mean, if he can get some moves off like that, I'd say go for it, man.
I think it'd be funny every time you walk in the living room if he's jumping off the couch, just like,
oh, he's already doing that shit.
Oh, really?
Dude. Yeah, we got this PJ Masks, I don't know what it is. It's like a bed, like a little chair bed thing. He just throws it out, and then he just jumps off the top of the couch onto it and says he's flying or just doing whatever. So he's already pretty crazy. He used to climb stuff, and he taught the other kids actually how to climb on the top of the mattress when they were vertical and use it as a slide. So yeah, that's what my son is a little.
What's the
mischief
earliest
maker.
age kids can start doing stunts?
That's a very good question.
Can kids
I
do
don't know
stunts?
that answer. I mean, they do have
Technically,
some
no,
stunt
right?
kids. I mean, I'm trying to remember.
Don't you have to be the son of a stunt coordinator to do that?
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I've seen as the exceptions.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anybody out there working at SAG, give us a call. We want to know all about it. We should know this.
Yeah, I don't know that one though.
I've done
I would look it up,
stunts
though.
with kids before, but they've always been the kid of the stunt coordinator.
Yeah, same here. Like that's what they were. They were like, you know, their mother and father both were in the stunt business, and one of them was actually coordinating the shoot.
Right.
So yeah, she could drive the little box car practically down the entire street. You know? Yeah.
Hobbies. What are we doing when we're not at work?
Pretty much nothing.
Riveting television.
Yeah, it's
Riveting.
terrible. It's terrible.
What were you doing?
I mean, I do a little bit of writing. You know what
Yeah?
I mean, that's usually what I do when I have my free time and I'm actually focused on something. And, you know, it's just creative ideas and just also possible, practical, futuristic ideas, stuff like that, you know.
Now, not to get, I guess we can't get too far into the IP, but you have some interesting ideas for movies coming up, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of ideas for a lot of things, you know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But,
man, I got things for things, man.
I know that sounds terrible, guys. I'm high as fuck, but,
Right.
you know. What I mean is
good.
that,
It's very
you know,
professional.
You
Very
know,
professional.
if I have to break it down, I mean, like some would be for like more of a TV series or mini series. Some
Right.
would be for maybe just for web. You know, some would just be like a 5-minute short to get people's minds, I don't know, thinking about stuff.
Mhm.
Other ones would be like, oh yeah, this would be a great movie maybe, or a couple movies. So that's what I mean when I say a bunch of things in that sense. Not that like, you know, I got a million things going for me. It's just
You do. You
the
got tons of
category,
stuff
the
going for you.
category span. You know.
Jesus, this is a rat's nest. I should have cleaned this up. I was late today, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I actually thought our appointment was at noon, so
are
I was
late.
I was 30 minutes late. No, I looked back and I saw that it was at 1. And I was like, cool, and I just kind of drifted back asleep for a second. But
Good
I
times.
wanted to be here to clean up all this stuff and be ready for you and get my mind right and get my notes going. But now you got me high. So it's 2 episodes in a row where we're smoking weed on the safety meeting. If you don't know what the safety meeting means, guys, there's 3 names for it, 3 meanings. But when you're working at a restaurant or in retail or anywhere, and a coworker says, do you want to go have a safety meeting? It means, do you want to take a shot or go smoke a joint?
Yep.
So the show is not all about smoking weed. Feels like it, but it's not. Cool. Well, we burned through your life story. We talked about your career. Let's talk about the future. What's in store? What's coming up? Oh, wait, you moved away for a minute. You moved to Colorado for like a whole
that
year
was gnarly.
to like pursue the cannabis industry, right?
Well, no, slightly, kind of, sort of. It was more the hemp kind of stuff to see what could possibly be done with some land that my right now. We'll figure the edit for that later on, sir.
I'll cut that out.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
Somebody in your family's got some land in Colorado.
So yeah, exactly. Somebody in my family has land out there, so we were just thinking of options and what could be done there, even like from just turning it into campsites. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So people, since they have sand dunes near there, they have climbing, stuff like that, mountain climbing over there.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of things. Or if you just want that high desert feel, and just hang out, you know, we're thinking all kinds of different options out there. But yeah, I was supplementing just that time with coming back to California and wherever else anybody would hire me to work at.
Your career kind of took
Back in
off after
LA.
you moved away, though, right? Like you were here a ton.
So yeah, I did all right. I got lucky on a couple jobs. Like I was doing a bunch of Adidas events. I was working as second AD first time on the Nike stuff.
Yeah.
And then from
I
there,
didn't just unplug you, did I?
I don't know.
Do you care that Nike knows that you're hanging out with Adidas and vice versa?
Not really. The way I look at it is that I just work for whoever's going to hire me.
That's
and
right.
I just,
Gunslinger.
I just do the best I can with whoever I'm with, and you know I don't.
Rating
pick
a date. Call us up.
favorites. It's just work. You
That's
know what
right.
I mean? So you just show up and do the best you can. You know, it's one of those ridiculous things. If like, you know, if I was asked to clean a toilet, I would do it the most efficient and quickest that I could, and probably do the best job out there.
I don't know, man. I think we've
I don't know why.
we cleaned our toilets.
Yeah, I know, but still, that's just, I mean, that's the work ethic behind it. You know what I mean? That
Sure.
pushed me to where I'm at. Just
You and
the
I,
best I can.
you and I definitely differ in the work ethic category. I don't have that same push that you and all the other dudes have. I just like to sit around and talk to my friends. That's what I'm built for. I like to work inside. I don't like to be out on the car process trailers and stunts and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, like Jeremy.
Give me some food,
Kicking ass out
tabletop.
there.
Yep. I don't need to lock up downtown and blow it up. I just need a couple pints of ice cream and a Phantom camera.
I
I'm
get
good.
to do some pretty cool shit though.
Hey, it's just as cool to me to be inside. The check's the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're making the same. I'm just inside where it's safe. Although there should be an adjustment for people that are out there in the streets. I think they should make more money.
Yeah, that is pretty gnarly.
Yeah. And now a moment of reflection for gnarly work.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about all the crazy stuff that goes on out there.
Yeah.
And just
I don't, that big movie stuff where they're like jumping trains over helicopters and all that stuff, you can have it. You can have it.
yeah, well, they throw those second-year directors out there and have all the stunt coordinators on it and everybody all set up for that stuff.
Can you imagine having enough time to actually prep a job properly?
Dude, I could only wish, man. That's the dream, isn't it? As any AD.
Well,
Or
I think the
anything-
movie guys get a whole lot more prep than we do.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially on a big something gnarly like that, where it's like, you know, people could die.
Sure.
Let's figure out the timing of all the explosives, because people will be live, actively, practically going through these explosive devices, and hopefully the timing works. Because I've seen, you know, pyro not fire when they're supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
Fire
Pyro-
sometimes when it shouldn't be firing.
They always give you more bang for your buck than you ask for. You're
Oh,
like, just
yeah.
one little bang, boom, the whole building blows up.
Yep, everybody's building shakes off and explodes. I mean, you had a story, right, with some pyro? Or
And I
what
got
was it?
plenty of pyro stories.
What about what is it, Avatar 2 stages? What's over there?
Oh, yeah, I'm not blowing that story up right now.
No, okay.
I wasn't the first on that job.
Oh, copy that. I
But
thought
we
you
blew
were.
the doors off of a stage in Manhattan long time ago.
Oh, man.
Long time
I say memories.
Yeah. Speaking of memories, I got people texting me about shit that don't even need to be texting me, bruh.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah. 42 minutes in. What do you think? Should we stretch it for an hour?
I
Or do you
think,
want to call it?
I think if I just get some water, I can fucking attack whatever else.
Yeah. I mean, we got your life story. We got your career. We got the future coming up. We got all kinds of things. And it's a Sunday.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
Let's get you out of here.
Let's call it.
Ninja, thanks for coming.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thanks for watching the safety meeting, everybody. Oh, watching. Wow, that's the first time I said that. And listening. Appreciate you back at home on iTunes.
times.
And like and subscribe, hit the button and ring the bell and do all the other stuff that all the other social media influencers say. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.